The U.S. District Court for the Western District of Florida is now in session. The Honorable Al-Hassan Abdul Latif presiding.
Okay, thank you. Please have a seat.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We called case number 1235, the state of Florida versus Mr. Ibrahim. Is the prosecution ready?
Yes, sir.
And is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we will now have the opening statement from the prosecution.
Okay. Good morning, Your Honor. My name is Muaz Gamal. I'm representing the state of Florida in this case. We intended to prove that the victim was killed by her husband. She lived with her husband in a rural area. They need to use pesticides to get rid of the insects. These pesticides have side effects. If they were breathed in a large amounts, they could cause a headache, paralyzation, and even cancer in the long run. Your Honor, these were the results from the forensics lab. According to them, the victim's body was paralyzed because of an overdose of some pesticides that she used. This overdose can't paralyze anyone except for breathing it deliberately for about 2 minutes. Today, we will prove that her husband did kill her by putting this pesticides in the air conditioning system of her car. She had used to drive her car every day to work. Her husband took advantage of that to kill her slowly without raising any doubt that he is a killer. The suspect had a strong motive for killing, Your Honor, and the insurance company will pay him a lot of money after the death of his wife. Your Honor, that's why, and we will prove later, we ask for the verdict of guilty. Thank you.
Thank you. We will now have the opening statement from the defense.
Good morning, Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. My name is Abdulrahim Nawawi, and today I will prove the innocence of my client and that he didn't attempt to kill his wife. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Abdurrahim.
Prosecution, you may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Mr. Muhammad Malak.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Mr. Muhammad, please could you introduce yourself?
My name is Muhammad, the neighbor of Mr. Baha and his wife. I am a bank accountant and I work every day except on Sundays. We have been neighbors for only 2 years.
Were you close to them?
We were not close neighbors, but we know each other. We used to exchange greetings and visit some feasts.
Did you see her husband that day?
Yes, sir. At the morning of the day of the accident, on my way to work, he was using a red spray inside the car.
Thank you. Best witness, thank you. No further question.
You wish to cross-examine this witness?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Muhammad, you said that you saw the suspect on your way to the work this day.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us how could you recognize the color of the spray just in this day, just by walking to your work?
I don't know if it was red or not, but there was a spray.
Last question. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. No further question.
Thank you. Will the prosecution like to elaborate?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, you may sit down. In the prosecution, you may call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Mr. Mustafa Ali.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Where do you work, Mustafa?
I own Martinez Car Sales,
What's the address of your business?
102 Main Street, Martinez.
Were you working there in February 8th?
Yes, I was.
Have you seen the suspect that afternoon?
Yes, he came to my agency to buy a car.
Did he ask for certain specifications for the car?
No, he only said that he needed an expensive, good-looking car.
Did he offer any money?
Yes, he offered to buy $30,000 in advance, then the rest will be paid on signing the contract.
So, Mr. Mustafa, how much is the car that the suspect wants to buy?
It was $80,000, sir.
Do you know any information about the suspect's financial status? What can you tell if you know that the suspect's salary doesn't exceed $3,000 per month?
Sir, we are car owners, not investigators. What I know is that he changed his mind of getting a car that cost $20,000 with the one that cost $80,000.
Past witness, thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. Do you wish to cross-examine this witness, sir?
No, sir. Thank you.
Prosecution, you may call your next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Mr. Muhammad Said.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Muhammad, please could you introduce yourself?
My name is Muhammad Said. I'm a research assistant and I work every day except Sundays. I met the wife on my way to the lab. I was crossing the street when she was driving fast. The car hardly hit me, leaving my arm a little bit wounded. She got off the car, apologizing by saying that she feels tired and ill. So she asked me to take her to the hospital.
Excuse me, but do you think that a woman could allow a strange person to drive her to somewhere?
Well, sir, I do think it's kind of strange thing, but the woman was in a miserable state and she needed an immediate help.
Mr. Muhammad, when you were driving her to the hospital, have you noticed or smelled anything strange in the car, like a spray or something?
Yes, sir, I smelled something that's abnormal and I tried to tell her, but she was busy.
Did you take her to the hospital?
Yes, sir, I did.
What happened at the hospital?
The doctor at the reception took her to the intensive care unit. Then they called the police and did not allow me to leave.
Past witness, thank you. No further question, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you wish to cross-examine this witness?
No, sir, thank you.
You may call your first witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Mr. Ibrahim, the head of ID department and the victim's company.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Ibrahim, could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Ibrahim. I am working at the company of the victim. I am the head of the IT department.
Did you see the victim at that day?
Yes, sir. While I was driving to the company, I to the school to deliver my daughter, I saw her driving the car and there was a man sitting next to her.
Did you recognize the face of the man sitting next to her?
Unfortunately not, but I saw a man next to her only.
What? Did she see you?
No, she didn't. No, sir. When I saw her, I called her on the phone because she was nervous, and I tried to make sure that she was feeling good.
What did she say to you?
She said, "I'm okay. I have a problem now, and I'll call you later." So I closed the line, and before that, I asked her if she's coming to the work. She said, "Yes, I'll come to the work, but maybe I will be late."
Mr. Rahim, were you and the victim close friends?
Yeah, we were close friends. Our families were close to each other. We exchanged visits. We have been knowing each other for years. And I know her husband too.
You know her husband. Do you think your husband might have killed her?
No, of course not. They have been loving each other for years. They were a perfect couple, and they never stopped loving each other.
Do you have anything else to say?
No, sir.
As the witness,
Thank you. Your Honor, no further questions.
Thank you, defense. Does the prosecution wish to cross-examine the witness?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. You may step down. The defense, could you call your next witness?
thank you, Your Honor. I call to the stand Dr. Yahya.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Could you please introduce yourself?
I am Dr. Yahya Atiyah. I am the responsible for the morning shift in Florida Central Hospital.
Could you please describe what happened at the hospital that day?
At 8 a.m., the wife came with Mr. Muhammad Sayed. The wife was already dead. I also examined Mr. Muhammad Sayed, and I found some superficial wounds.
Was there anything special about the victim?
Yes, I remember. Her nails were broken.
So, you think that she was involved in a fight or something?
From the way the nails were broken, I think yes, she might have fight with someone.
So, it could be a fight. Okay, first witness, thank you. Your Honor, no further questions.
The prosecution, would you like to cross-examine the witness?
Yes, Your Honor. You said that some of the victim's nails was broken, but the forensics lab showed that there was no sign for strange nails, strange DNA in her nail. So, doctor's theory fails.
I'm not sure what happened to her nails exactly.
Past witness, thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. The defense would like to redirect.
Yes, Your Honor. Could you please tell us where did you find the wounds exactly?
Mainly in two places. One in his hand, the other wounds are slightly light but under his shirt.
Thank you. You may listen. Thank you, Your Honor.
The prosecution, you may say your final statements.
Thanks, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, I can see from the evidences here that Mr. Baha is a murderer.
Could we listen to the man, please?
First of all, the neighbor saw him putting something in the car that day, the day of death. Then the forensics lab pointed out that the air conditioning system in the car was full of poison spray, which was the prime cause of death according to the doctor examination. The husband put this spray in the car in order to kill his wife so that he could inherit his wife's money, which was a direct reason why he wanted to buy a new car without having money at that time. Your Honor, I demand the closest punishment to this husband
I demand the husband to be sentenced to this for killing his own wife.
Thanks a lot for the prosecution talk. Could we hear the final statement of the defense?
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Mr. Bahak was using the same car with his wife and they used to drive it out together to dinner from time to time. How could he use a toxic or carcinogenic spray knowing that he will have to use the same car later on? He only used this spray because of the excessive number of flies found in town these days. On the other hand, Mr. Bahak is retiring in a few months. He was going to buy his wife a new car that he intended to buy with the settlement money he getting from the company he works for. He assumed that such a surprise would show his wife how much he had appreciated her being an amazing wife. And that being said, I demand the district attorney to reopen the investigations with Mr. Muhammad Said as a murder suspect for the following reason. First of all, the other car driver saw the victim driving her car and there was someone with her, which contradicted with the statement of his statement that he drove her to the hospital. There is also the forensics lab report which stated that the victim lost 2 of her nails before arriving at the hospital, which may be the reason of the wounds on the witness hands. Finally, I want to review all the traffic cameras on the way from the victim house to the hospital that day, and I also demand that the forensics lab trace any remains of the victim's nails and match it with the witness DNA as a decisive evidence for the crime. Your Honor,
Yes.
I have some questions for Mr. Muhammad Said.
Okay, Mr. Muhammad, could you come please here to the stand?
Mr. Muhammad, could you please show me your hands? How did you kill her?
What would you like to know?
Why did you kill her?
I love my wife too much. She was my wife's office mate, and she used to accompany her in her car. I killed her with the same spray she used to cause my wife's cancer. That killed her finally. I killed her to revenge for my wife.
And how did you kill her?
I planned to meet her in the street. She was so dizzy that it was easy to convince her that she was about to hit me with the car and to pretend to be ill. So I stopped her and we had a very small talk. She then offered me a lift and I found my chance.
Did you drive the car?
No, I let her. I knew that the air conditioning will cause her to severe headache. And with a larger amount, it will cause her to paralyze in just 2 minutes.
And she tried to warn you before his body was asphyxiated, right?
Yes.
What about you? You would have been dead if you had an accident.
I asked her to turn off the air conditioner and I waited for a minute before I attacked her finally.
Your Grace, I think it's now obvious that my client is innocent. He didn't do the crime. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks a lot for the defense talk. Okay, we will have 5 minutes for discussion and we will back to you. Following the investigations and the report of the forensic lab and the accusation of the husband for this murder, after listening to the testimonies and the statements of witnesses that show with new evidence for the trial, we found that the defendant is not guilty and he is not responsible for this murder.
Yes.
Silence, please. Also, we decided that the case will not be closed and further investigations will be done to include the evidence provided in this trial.